Back to the Doug the Tech Guy YouTube channel. Today I was going to talk to you guys about the Fender guitar that I'm sure you guys seen hanging on the wall there in the background of my other videos. This guitar I picked up a while back off of Craigslist, and this is a project that I just recently finished not too awful long ago. This guitar is a 1986 contemporary hybrid Strat Tele. It's a Squire Bullet 1 version 1 basically, made at the Fuji Gengaki plant in Japan, E6 serial number. Kind of a weird guitar. At the time I ran across this thing on Craigslist, I was really just looking for a Telecaster. You know, I'd never had one before, and I've honestly never really been a Fender guy, but I just thought, you know, it'd be something different. I've never owned one before, so I was going to try to come across a Tele and just kind of hot rod it up. And that's about the time I found this guitar. Initially I thought, you know, man, this thing is weird. Somebody just bolt a Fender neck on some weird ass body. I actually had to do a little bit of research, and I found out it actually was a real Fender made guitar. So I went ahead and picked the thing up. It was in really bad shape when I got it. I mean, it was really beat up. The kid that had it just didn't take care of it. I don't know what the hell he did with it, but there were parts missing, you know, damage to the clear coat, clear through the paint to the bare wood. There were, you know, bent screws. I mean, you name it. Had a lot of damage, but I decided, you know, I felt like at the time I wanted to do a project. Now, whatever I got, I was going to customize anyway. So this guitar kind of fit the bill perfectly. So what you see on the screen right now is a shot of the back of the guitar. This is what it looked like when I got it. This picture, I think, was actually the picture they posted in the Craigslist ad. And then there was some other crappy picture of the front, but I didn't bother to download it at the time. So you can kind of get an idea just kind of by looking at that rear shot, kind of the overall shape the guitar was in. So got it here, stripped it down, started sanding the paint off so I could address all the finish issues. Here's some more shots of the sanding in progress. Here's one of the areas there were some damage. This was the input jack area. Now the input jack on this thing was missing when I got it. And from the looks of things, it looks like it had probably been broken several times over the years and put back on and ripped off. So had a lot of you know, repair work to do to that area there of the guitar. Here is the number on the back of the neck. It looks to be 13384 or 88. It might even be an 8 there on then. It was kind of hard to read. Here's some markings that were inside the neck pocket. Now I can't make these out either. I'm not really sure what they are. If anybody can decipher that by looking at it, you know, please let me know in the comment section. It would be really helpful. It's just kind of sketchy the way it's you know, marked in there. So here's another shot of that neck pocket. Here's the whole guitar, kind of stripped down, all the parts bagged up, and you know, waiting to be redone. I did do a full color change. Now this guitar came from the factory in only two colors, black and Arctic white. Neither one, you know, are very exciting. I wanted to do something that, you know, had some pop to it. So I kind of decided to go with this color here. This color is actually called Seaside Blue. It's kind of really, I think, just a cross between like a seafoam green and a Daphne blue. But this was a color I picked up at my local Home Depot, and I'm happy with it. I like the color. So went ahead and shielded all of the pickup pockets, and I shielded both back cavities. Now some people might say, why did you shield the trim cavity? Well, I shielded the trim cavity because there's pickups that are just on the other side of that, so I wanted to make sure this thing was as quiet as possible. I also shielded the back of the covers there for the back. Here's a shot. These are the single coil size dual hot rail pickups that I put in there. I did dual rails in all three positions. I think these were like 11.6 or 12.6K, best I remember, on the single coil size, and then the humbucker's an 18K. So this is a pretty hot pickup configuration. There's a shot of the two single coil size dual rails installed. I also replaced the factory Gotha tuners. I got these tuners off of the Guitar Fetish website. These are staggered locking tuners. I wanted to go with the staggered tuners so I could eliminate the string tree. I hate that on Fender guitars. These are also, they're 14:1 gear ratio as well. Here's kind of a shot of the whole neck. Put new knobs on it. I did reuse the original 250K pots. They were intact, nothing really wrong with them. I did clean and lube them. I also had to replace the 5-way switch. The 5-way switch that was in it was broken. So I ordered the factory correct switch and put back in there. Excuse me. Here's a shot of the neck once it was back on the guitar and strung up. I did clean and polish the frets. Now, as beat up as this guitar was, the neck was still straight. There's no fret buzz. Couldn't be happier with the neck. This is a modern C-shaped neck. Really nice neck to play. I did go ahead and sand the lacquer off the back of the neck so that it does play faster. I don't like lacquer on the back of necks. I want a smooth, finish. So your hand glides so much easier on an unfinished neck. Here's a shot of the back with the cavity covers on. Now, I replaced the trim that came with this. This did have a 2-point trim on it when I got it. It was just a crappy wood screw type, pivot posts that were put in the guitar for the trim to move on. One of those was bent, so I ordered this trim off of Dragonfire guitars. This trim does use the brass inserts. I did go ahead and drill the body out and put the inserts in, and then of course you've got the machine screw type pivot post adjustment. This makes the trim a lot stabler and easier to adjust. Now, I also, the saddles that came with this trim, I took those off and I ordered these. These are cast aluminum roller saddles. I put those on there. I don't like the brake angle and the setup of just regular stamped steel saddles and all that. I do prefer rollers. I do have the saddles that came with this trim as well. I didn't discard them. I did keep them, so I got 2 sets of saddles for this. Here's a front shot of the trim. This is a shot. This does have an adjustable tension screw for the trem arm, so you can have it as loose as you want, or you can firm it up. There's a side shot of the whole guitar there, and the finished guitar. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I mean, it looks great, it plays great, sounds great. I mean, I couldn't be happier with it. The only thing that's kind of a minus. Kind of a plus, kind of a minus. It is quite heavy. The body is 1 3/4 inch plywood body, so it's kind of heavy. But it does help the guitar's overall sustain. It's just like I said, it's just a little heavy to hang on to. Again, the body on this thing is really strange. Like I said, it's a weird combination between a Tele and a Strat. Doesn't have any body contour cutouts on the back at all whatsoever. So yeah, like I said, I was looking for a Tele style guitar when I did this. So like I said, I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I think I am going to go ahead. I'm going to upgrade those 250K pots to 500K pots, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put a Graphtec nut on it. The pots and the nut are really about the only original parts left on the guitar. Everything else has been replaced. New input jack, new switch, new trim, new pickups, new tuners. New strap lock knobs and everything. It's kind of basically like a brand new 32-year-old guitar, so pretty cool. I actually, as I was going through this project, I did make like an owner's binder. This has all of the specs, wiring diagrams, factory price list, all of the pertinent information on this guitar. It also has pictures of the teardown and the rebuild, the whole 9 yards in there. So if I sell this guitar, somebody will get the binder that goes with it. It'll make for a nice little added bonus for the guitar. But anyway, pretty cool starting from that, and kind of ending with this here. I'm happy with the way that it turned out. I like the color. Like I said, I love the neck. The neck plays great. Now, these necks, are pretty sought after. I've seen these necks used go for in excess of $200. So it's a nice profile. Like I said, it's a modern C shape. It is a one-piece neck. The fingerboard is not laminated on top. It's a solid one-piece deal. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. It plays great. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you would, like and subscribe for the video. Every little bit helps. We need to get our subscriber count built up. I know that's going to take a little while, but nonetheless, if you would, go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.